Hi everyone, taking on Dr. Santwan on live with us. Please tell me you can hear me.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Yes, I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm good, I'm very well. How are things in Ahmedabad?
All good, yes.
All
The
good, coming back
co
into play.
coming back into the normals. COVID is going back. How are you doing?
I'm good, I'm very, very, very well. So,
Yeah.
hi everyone, hi to everyone who is here on live with us. I am here with Dr. Santwan, and I'm just going to give him a quick minute to introduce himself. Over to you, Dr. Santwan.
Sure. Thank you very much, Ms. Ankita. So I'm Dr. Santwan and I'm a gynecologist. And after doing my gynecology, I did my special training and special super specialization in gynecology field. That is the things which is related to ovarian cysts, the fibroids, the endometriosis, PCOS, and all those things. There is a group called International Ovarian Tumor Analysis Group. I'm a part of that internationally acclaimed group. And so I'm specifically treating all these conditions. And most important thing I would like to tell, all these things are basically different things. A, a single woman might have two or three things together, but mostly like someone would have some ovarian cyst, some would have some PCOD. So we cannot say that इन सभी की ट्रीटमेंट सेम नहीं रहती है एंड उनके सबके सिम्टम्स अलग रहते हैं इन सबके कॉजेस अलग रहते हैं एंड इसको ट्रीट करने की मेथड्स भी अलग रहती है सो वी नीड टू हैव अ ग्रुप प्रैक्टिस काइंड ऑफ इसमें थोड़ा न्यूट्रिशनलिस्ट का भी रोल है गायनिकोलॉजिस्ट का भी रोल है डर्मेटोलॉजिस्ट का भी रोल है and each case is a different thing so we cannot give a blanket kind of treatment to everyone we need to see the case and treat it accordingly.
So this is something that I constantly say on my page that health is very bio individual, which means जो चीज
Absolutely.
आपको फिट होगी वो जरूरी नहीं है कि किसी और को भी हो. And that's why two two female can have PCOD, but उन दोनों का treatment would be different, right? So I
Absolutely
think
right.
PCOD is a very good place to talk about. And मैंने अपने
Yes.
followers से काफी questions लिए हैं. So I'm just going to sort of
Okay.
go through it one by one and help people have a
Sure.
better clarity around the topic. Okay. So I think the
Done.
first question would be, how do you define कि okay इस person को PCOD है? Like what are the symptoms that you would go for to tell that okay इस इंसान को PCOD है?
Okay. So first, before defining the PCOD, I would just like to have a quick look at this diagram. Okay,
Okay.
these are the basic reproductive organs of a female. Like reproductive organs means related to the pregnancy. So this is the uterus. Okay, यूट्रस का मेन काम रहता है बच्चे का ग्रोथ करना. Okay, then these two are the ovaries. Now the ovaries are the most important organ of a female. How
Okay.
कि ovaries में से number one the hormones release होते हैं called the estrogen and progesterone and then the eggs which are needed for the pregnancy वो भी यहाँ से ही release होते हैं and these ovaries are governed by the brain के जो hormones रहते हैं they act upon the
Travel
ovaries and
dream.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now this ovarian function कैसे रहता है कि हर महीने पे एक अंडा बनता है वो बड़ा होता है इट इज सफिशिएंट टू गिव अ लेडी अ प्रेगनेंसी और अगर प्रेगनेंसी नहीं है तो फिर लेडी
The
को
end.
पीरियड आ जाता है.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. So this is how the menstrual cycle goes on. And this ovaries, as I told you, that they both are, they are under the influence of the brain.
Brain.
So आप क्या खाते हैं आप कब सोते हैं how much stress you are having what kind of thought process you are having all those have a say in your hormonal level and all those things are related to your period length and period cycle and everything. Now the PCOS, right? PCOS is very widely used term and very misunderstood term. सबसे पहले मैं आपके सभी व्यूअर्स को ये कहना चाहता हूँ वी हैव अ गुड न्यूज फॉर इट दैट पीसीओडी इज नॉट एट ऑल अ मेजर डिसीज. ओके, it's actually a lifestyle disorder. Now if you see exactly, so if you see that PCOD is not that much common before 10 20 years back like in 1990s or something like that. सो बेसिकली अभी जो हमारी जो मॉडर्न लाइफस्टाइल है उसकी वजह से जो अपनी फॉल्टी डाइटरी हैबिट्स हैं, ऑल्टर्ड स्लीपिंग पैटर्न है, हायर लेवल ऑफ स्ट्रेस लेवल है, उन सभी की वजह से लेडीज के हॉर्मोन्स इरेगुलर हो जाते हैं और उसकी वजह से a lady may be having a PCOD यानी कि polycystic ovarian disease. So to define PCOD, first of all we need to take patients menstrual cycle history कि क्या उनकी cycle है, it is very much longer, like more than 40 to 45 days or sometimes 2 months, 3 months. Then second thing, we have to examine her clinically, like if she is having any signs of hyperandrogenism यानी कि facial hair growth है, acne है, oily skin है, or sometimes we need to take go for some blood investigation and sonography. So according to these four criteria, like her history, clinical examination, her sonography and blood levels, उसके बाद हम किसी को पीसीओडी डिफाइन कर सकते हैं कि नो. सो समटाइम्स कैसे रहता है, कुछ आई हैव सीन सम ऑफ द क्वेश्चन, लाइक सम ऑफ द पीपल वुड आस्क कि हर पीरियड्स आर रेगुलर, so can she have PCOS? Yes, she can have the PCOS. Only the period regularity does not mean you are not having the PCOD. And sometimes some girls periods are irregular, but it may be because of some other reason. PCOD, she may not be suffering from the PCOD.
It could be related to
Right.
thyroid, it could be related to prolactin, it could be
Exactly.
related to some temporary stress also.
Exactly.
Understand.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So do you think there is a particular time जब लड़कियों को अपना अल्ट्रासाउंड करवाना चाहिए या फिर hormonal blood test करवाने चाहिए?
Yes, during the first, second to fifth day of our cycle are the good time to diagnose the PCOD via blood levels or via the sonography.
Okay. And what do you feel about oral contraceptive pills for PCOD?
Okay, so if we are going for treatment part of the PCOS, so basically the best thing is to do the lifestyle modification. You need to see, you have to stay away from the junk foods, oily foods, French fries and burgers and etc. Then you need to have a proper sleeping pattern. You need to have a proper, you should reduce the stress and everything. So major treatment part for the PCOS is the lifestyle modification. You need to exercise properly. You need to reduce your weight. आपका डायबिटीज नहीं है तो उसके लिए इंसुलिन रेजिस्टेंस कम करना चाहिए. Now talking about, in some cases we need to give the oral contraceptive pills to regularize the cycle, to normalize the hormone levels of a girl. But we can give it for a certain period of time. We can't give it for, we can give it for like कुछ केसेस में हमें 2 साल 3 साल तक भी देने पड़ते हैं, but that's okay, but it should not be given more than that. So my prior criteria would be the lifestyle modification rather than giving the oral contraceptive pills.
So basically what I am understanding is कि 2 to 3 years is the maximum timeline जो हम लोगों को जाना चाहिए when it comes to birth control pills and PCOD together.
Okay, we can't say there is any maximum kind of thing, maximum 2 to 3 years. Some people, take the oral contraceptive pills for years together, like 5, 7, 10 years, but lesser is better. On an average, 1 to 2 years is good enough time. Normally, we just give OC pills for 3 to 6 months only, not more than that. So 3 to 6 months is an average duration, but in some resistant cases, we may need to give for a year or more than that, but I would prefer not more than that.
Okay. And do you think कि अगर let's say a girl is going through her oral contraceptive treatment, right? Do you think that can affect her fertility in future? So let's say one day she does wishes to conceive. Do you think the past medical history can affect it?
Now the good news is we have got very good oral contraceptive pills, which are very low dose pills. Earlier we were having the oral contraceptives which were very high dose level, so it was affecting her fertility. Like अगर कोई लड़की OC pills 1-2 साल लेती है तो 6 महीने तक उसकी even after stopping the pills it used to have its effect. But nowadays we are having very good OC pills, low dose OC pills. So after stopping the pills, she can her fertility level is not that much disturbed because of this pills. Yes, right.
ओके एंड सो अगर आप बोल रहे हैं कि ये कोई नया तरीका का जो हमारे पास मेडिसिन है, सो डू यू थिंक लाइक मोस्ट ऑफ द गायनेकोलॉजिस्ट अराउंड द वर्ल्ड आर यूजिंग दिस एंड प्रैक्टिसिंग विद इट, या फिर ये चीज अभी भी मार्केट में आना बाकी है?
No, no, low dose OC pills are there for years together, and most of the gynecologists are taking, means prescribing this low dose OC pills only. But yes, a gynec need to have, have to refreshen his knowledge and everything to
Okay,
get rid of it. So it's
okay.
better practice to see that whether she's being prescribed the low dose pills only, like that.
Okay, okay, that's very helpful. Now, one of the most common questions that we get with PCOD is the fact that hairs के मतलब scalp के सारे बाल गिर जाते हैं, but body पे hair growth बढ़ जाती है. So, like you mentioned, hyperandrogenism, जहाँ पे girls can experience hirsutism along with chronic
But
hair
the
fall. Yes. So, what do you think can
yes.
be done about this?
Yeah, so it's a very, particular particular thing. So it is called the male type of baldness. Mostly जो आदमियों में जो baldness होती है, it's like the
Male pattern
frontal
is
part
in
of, yes,
the
right.
crown.
Yes, right. From the crown area, the girl will have the hair loss. So this is basically due to the hyperandrogenism.
Right.
So because of hyperandrogenism means it is the androgen is the male hormone. So
Yes.
what does it do?
वो
वो क्या करता है? Exactly.
yeah.
So जो facial hair है, forearm पे है, so all those areas would have more of a growth, and these hairs are also very thick and curly and like that. And and from the frontal crown area, the person may feel the baldness kind. So for the hyperandrogenism and for this baldness and the facial growth, we need to treat it with some medications. Again, I said
Okay.
that we do have very good medications, so it should not, there are no side effects of it, and it should not affect any other systems or anything.
Okay, and what do you feel about things like minoxidil, finasteride, Rogaine, वगैरह? What about
Yes, yes,
these?
yes.
So do you think, like, these medications are something that are actually helpful? Because to be very honest, when we talk to people, we see people who have been on minoxidil for 10 years without any difference. So how do you
Without
feel
any
about that?
difference.
Yeah,
So basically, these all are minoxidil, और आपने जो भी treatments का बताई है, these all are for the this hair loss के लिए की treatment वगैरह है. So these all are a temporary solution, right? You
right.
understand? So at that time, patient may have relief of the her symptoms, but the base root of all these things are the hormone imbalance, and
Hmm.
we have to treat that thing. So you are a better person to tell them what to do, what to eat, what not to eat, rather
Okay.
than so minoxidil. So all these drugs and everything will have short duration of it. As you say, just sometimes patient may take it for years together, still they do not have any uh, do
Result.
not have any
Result.
results for that. Yes, right. So उनका जो base root है, that has to be treated first. So the
Okay.
lifestyle modification is the main answer for PCOS treatment.
ओके ओके एंड आई थिंक आपने अभी बीच में भी इस चीज को एड्रेस किया था कि काफी लोगों को पीसीओडी होता है एंड इट कैन समटाइम्स बी ड्रिवन बाय इंसुलिन रेजिस्टेंस which means that the cells are not responding to the insulin very effectively. And इसकी काफी हम symptoms देख सकते हैं. For example, some people can experience asymptosis nigricans, जहाँ पे उनको
Yes,
darkening of
right.
the skin, the folds of the
On the
skin.
neck.
Yes, but at the same time, काफी लोगों का insulin is normal, blood sugar is normal, but they still have the darkening of the skin. So what can be done about that?
So in these cases, like अगर insulin resistance है, we need to give them the inositols. Okay,
Okay.
inositols or the metformin, they are the insulin sensitizers. Again, these drugs needs to be taken for longer time, like 6 months
Yeah.
or 1 year kind of thing.
Hmm.
Then there will be a change in her hormonal things, and then she may expect to clearing of this acanthosis nigricans and like that.
But what
And
if
those,
the acidosis
yes,
nigricans
right.
is not because of
Without
insulin?
it, yes. So if it is not because of the insulin resistance, then it is a localized thing. It's not related to hormonal. So she might be having more benefit with the consultation of any dermatologist or skin specialist. So that laser
Okay.
treatment or some retinols and everything, some creams are also available, which are good to lightening these dark patches.
Okay, okay, okay. And as you very rightly said that lifestyle is the solution for PCOD. How do you feel about smoking and alcohol? And does it affect females who have PCOD?
Big no.
Yeah.
Yes, smoking and alcohol do will definitely derange your hormones. And so whatever good work which you have done via exercise or taking good care of diet or everything, it will be nullified by taking smoking or alcohol. So I would say that, it's these all are the smoking and alcohol, you try to limit your intake, especially when you are in that 20 to 30 years of age, if you are planning for pregnancy, if you are,
Your peak
you
fertility
know,
years.
yes, your peak fertility years. So moderate amount, controlled amount of smoking or alcohol should be okay, but it should be taken definitely care कि उसका consumption, it should not go beyond more than a certain limit. Otherwise, it is
Okay.
definitely going to affect your hormones.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about migraine, headaches, and PCOD or endometriosis or ovarian cysts? Like, do you think a migraine can be connected to hormones?
Yes, migraine is connected with the hormones, but usually it is not related with the PCOS or the endometriosis or any other gynec related disorders.
Okay,
Migraine is a
okay,
different entity. It has to be,
okay,
thoroughly investigated in its own way.
okay. So I think basically even with migraine you have to find your triggers. जैसे काफी सारी female हमें ऐसा बोलती है कि the day I start to bleed is the day I get severe migraine and then it goes away, right? So I feel that it can be due to the sudden drop in the hormones and then few issues in the background that can lead to migraine.
So the migraine may have so many different kinds of triggering points, right? As you rightly mentioned, sometimes some people do have the migraine with some dietary products like coffee may cause migraines,
Yeah.
some kind of typical
Less
atmosphere
sun
yes,
exposure.
yes. So all those things are triggering points for the migraines. One of the triggering point is the periods, right? So period in sometimes some women may have the migraine during the period time or like that, but usually PCOD or endometriosis does not have the migraine itself.
ओके एंड जैसे काफी लोगों को ये सवाल होता है कि उन्हें हिर्सुटिज्म का प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, उन्हें वेट का कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, उन्हें इंसुलिन रिलेटेड कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, बट उन लोगों को ब्राउन डिस्चार्ज होता है बिफोर दे गेट दैट पीरियड्स. सो व्हाट इज द
Hmm.
कनेक्शन एंड इज इट नॉर्मल?
See, brown discharge before the, like, I understand your question. Many of the women may have, typical spotting or brownish discharge, starting before, just 3 to 4 days before starting her periods. So, number one, it may be because of some local infection, in the vaginal part or in the cervix area or something like that. Or she
ओके
might be having some polyps or some lesion, some local lesion during near her gynec pubic region. So I would
ओके
say, if that brownish discharge is occurring, once in a while, not that much continuously, then she can leave it. But it is occurring every time before her period. So I would say that she should go and consult her gynec and get herself examined कि वहां पे कोई infection या कोई दूसरी कोई लीजन नहीं है, वो हमें रूल आउट करनी चाहिए.
Okay, that's helpful. Do you think female with PCOD have issues getting pregnant or conceiving, or is it just a myth?
No, definitely. PCOD will come in way of getting a female to get her pregnancy. As
Okay,
I told you, what is PCOS? So, like मैंने जैसे बताया कि नॉर्मली क्या रहता है, ओवरी में से एक अंडा बनता है, वो बड़ा होता है, मैच्योर होता है और यहाँ से रिलीज होके ट्यूब्स के थ्रू यूट्रस में जाता है. And in the uterus it is waiting for sperm to get itself fertilized. PCOS में क्या रहता है कि polycystic ovary, so we have to understand this term polycystic. उसमें एक अंडा नहीं होता है. There are multiple small eggs which are less than 1 centimeter. So there will be so many small eggs are there, but no, एक mature egg 2 सेंटीमीटर के आसपास रहता है. PCOS में जो eggs रहते हैं, all those eggs are less than 1 centimeter. So there are no eggs are good enough to get itself released and to get ready for the sperms to get them fertilized. So PCOS lady would have a problem in getting pregnancy, but this can be managed in a natural way with proper lifestyle modification. We have to tell them what are the good foods to eat. Then we can give them some supplemental drugs, which reduces this, which increases the chances of ovulation, and she can get her pregnancy naturally. No need to go for any hi-fi or major treatment like IVF or anything like that. With the
Okay.
PCOS with proper treatment, she can get pregnancy.
Okay,
Yeah.
and let's say we see a lot of people जिन्हें PCOD होता है, okay, and they do lifestyle changes, उनका blood sugar वगैरह is normal, and the PCOD is sort of in remission. So do you think the PCOD अगर एक बार आपकी body की ऐसी sort of structure है कि अगर आपको एक बार PCOD हो गया है, तो वो आपको फिर से हो सकता है, like you are sort of at the risk of getting it again and again and again. So do you think that is something that is genetic or is it related to lifestyle?
Yes, right. It is related to the lifestyle. So once you are cured of PCOS, so you should follow the lifestyle which help you to cure you of your the PCOS. Like अगर PCOS cure होने के बाद ऐसा नहीं है कि it's like a permanent solution. It's a lifetime end of the PCOS. You have to take care of your body. You have to stick to
Okay.
your routine lifestyle, so that the only the bad thing about the PCOS, it does come again and again and again. So you have to be very much uh, reluctant and very much conscious about your lifestyle and everything.
Okay, okay, okay. So I think we can move on to the next topic, which is again a very, very important topic amongst people. And the topic is endometriosis. Okay.
Okay.
So, सबसे पहले तो what is endometriosis? Like a lot of people have different kinds and different things going on. Everyone experiences the pain of endometriosis differently. So, what is endometriosis in a nutshell?
Okay. So again, this diagram will help us. So what
Yeah.
happens during the period time? So this is the uterus and this is the vaginal part, right? So what happens during the period time, that this is the inner lining of the uterus, right? So during the period time, this inner lining goes out of your body and comes out, and we call it as a normal menstrual period. Now, during the endometriosis, this inner lining of the on inner lining of the uterus, instead of going out, there is a retrograde flow. So it goes inside the body. Like sometimes it goes inside, it goes through the tubes and gets deposited itself onto the ovary, or it may get deposited on the outer surface of the uterus, right?
Hmm.
So what happens every time when a woman is having the period, she will have an extreme severe kind of pain. देखिए, थोड़ा बहुत पेन ड्यूरिंग द पीरियड टाइम इज नॉर्मल, क्योंकि क्या रहता है कि जो पीरियड के टाइम ये जो इनर लाइनिंग ऑफ यूट्रस है, इट हैज टू कम आउट. दिस इज द ओपनिंग ऑफ द यूट्रस, दैट इज द सर्विक्स. इट्स अ वेरी माइन्यूट ओपनिंग. सो यहाँ से जब इनर लाइनिंग बाहर आती है, सो इट पुशेस दिस सर्विक्स. सो उसको ओपन होने के लिए थोड़ा पेन होता है. सो दैट इज नॉर्मल. यूजुअली मोस्ट ऑफ द वुमेन में पहले एक दो दिन में पेन रहता है, बट दिस पेन इज नॉट दैट मच सीवियर इनफ. if she takes some rest, she should be good to go. पेन रिड्यूस हो जाता है. लेकिन जो एंडोमेट्रियोसिस का पेन होता है, it is the woman would start having this pain even before the period starts, and it remains on all the days of the period, and it is quite heavy pain, quite severe pain. Like she needs to take painkillers to get relief of that pain, or she may need to take off from her work and something like that. So this is the endometriosis. Slowly, gradually, this was mostly on the western part. ये endometriosis बहुत ज़्यादा रहता था. But in our country also, many of the women, I would say 1 in 10 women are suffering from this endometriosis. धीरे धीरे कभी कैसा रहता है कि ये जो इनर लाइनिंग ऑफ यूट्रस है, इट गेट्स इटसेल्फ डिपोजिटेड ऑन द ओवरी, और स्लोली ग्रेजुअली यहाँ पे जो ओवरी में एक सिस्ट बन जाती है, and we call it as a chocolate cyst. Chocolate, as we can see that chocolate is a melted chocolate, as we all know that it's a brownish colored fluid. So the same in the endometriosis. This woman are having like chocolate colored dark blood is collected in the endometriosis. Chocolate is a very, interesting name, but believe me, it's a very painful condition, and many women are having miserable life because of that.
Understood. Okay. So I think एक हमारे पास question आया था. I have it with me, and the girl said that because of endometriosis, her AMH levels have reduced, right? So
Okay.
is there a way कि वो naturally increase कर सकती है?
Okay. So now again, let's understand what is the AMH.
Yes.
AMH stands for anti-Mullerian hormone, right?
Yes.
Uh, it is basically a fertility index of a female. कि AMH वैल्यू पर से हमें पता चल सकता है कि हाउ फर्टाइल अ पर्टिकुलर गर्ल इज. नाउ जो ओवरीज है, ovaries are called as the egg basket, like they are the storage of, they store the eggs. Or in every woman there are limited number of eggs. So when a woman starts her periods at around 12 or 14 years of age,
400 is the number, I think.
sorry,
400. I think 400 is the number of eggs we are born with, and then some fertilize and some don't. That sort of a thing, I think.
super. So every cycle a girl is losing egg at every cycle, right?
Yes.
So as we can understand that fertility is always on the decreasing trend
Yes.
just because of the age. Uh,
Yeah.
so if I
Every
consider
year,
fertility
become
of
less
a
fertile. Yes.
fertility is decreasing. So
Yes.
in simple way, a 20-year-old girl's fertility is more than a 30 years old girl, and 30 years girl's fertility is more than the 40 years old. So this is the one factor about the age. Now, what happens with the endometriosis? So chocolate cyst रहती है. Chocolate cyst again destroys some of the ovarian tissue. So apart from the age, the chocolate cyst itself is destroying the ovarian tissue. So it will decrease the AMH value, right? So endometriosis से AMH कम होना है. So the question was like how to increase the AMH value, right?
Increase it naturally.
Increase it naturally. So we don't have any particular thing to increase the AMH value. Now you will be able to understand कि जो eggs है वो तो धीरे धीरे घटने ही वाले हैं. So we can't put up some eggs or anything like that. But we can take away that influence which is decreasing the AMH value. अगर हम endometriosis को निकाल देते हैं, right? So then we can expect कि
You
AMH
say
value
the
stable
ovarian
रहे. Yes,
So you
AMH
say
value
that
stable रहे.
yes,
Sorry.
yes.
Yes,
And
right.
जैसे कि मान लो कोई egg है, so let's say if a woman is going to ovulate, right? So उस ovulation का quality इतना अच्छा हो सकता है कि when that egg is going to be fertilized, the chances of her conceiving and holding on to the
Conceptions
child
is
are
good.
going to be brilliant.
Exactly. So this is like that. So अगर हम AMH को बढ़ा नहीं सकते हैं, लेकिन हम AMH को कम होने से रोक सकते हैं, right? So if
Absolutely.
we
So
take
arrest
away
it.
the, yes, like a
Yes.
simple example, if there is a there is a basket full of the fruits, if one fruit is एक fruit बिगड़ गया है, so it is going to spoil all the fruits. But if we can just take out that spoiled fruit, then all other fruits we can be saved. So it is like that.
Okay. And what would be your thoughts on painful scar endometriosis? Like what is it? And जिन female को ये है उन्हें क्या करना चाहिए?
Painful scar endometriosis is a very devastating condition. Usually जैसे मैंने कहा कि retrograde flow जो रहता है वो आपके बॉडी में कहीं पे भी अटैच हो सकता है, and then it will have the pain during your period cycle. Now what is scar endometriosis? कि जिन महिलाओं का सिजेरियन हुआ है या फिर कोई भी एब्डोमेन पे सर्जरी हुई है या फिर कुछ केसेस में अम्बिलिकस यानी कि नेवल पे ये इनर लाइनिंग ऑफ यूट्रस जो रहती है वो वहां पे इम्प्लांट हो जाती है, and then
Okay.
she will have the painful bleeding. Apart from the painful bleeding, she will have the pain in that scar region or the navel region or in the umbilicus during her period cycle. Sometimes she bleeds also through the umbilicus during her periods. So
Okay.
scar endometriosis की ट्रीटमेंट यही रहती है कि we have to excise that area and we have to remove that whole abnormal region and restore the normal abdomen. Then she can be relieved of that painful nodules.
Okay. So I think जो जिन्होंने ये मुझे question पूछा था about the painful scar endometriosis, her question was, should she go for a baby planning or should she go for a surgery?
See, again, baby planning in her case would be difficult. And once she is pregnant, then we can't do anything regarding that scar endometriosis. So my advice is first go for the excision of the scar endometriosis. She will get rid of her pain, and it will also help in getting her pregnancy also. And then
Okay.
she go for the planning of the pregnancy.
And once you remove the scar tissue, can it come back? Can it reoccur?
Yes, we have to be very careful. Like it depends on the type of surgery you have performed. Uh, like as a surgeon, I take a lot of care while excising that region. So I'm very much microscopic part भी रहना नहीं चाहिए उसको remove
Absolutely.
करते वक्त. So we have to excise the whole thing. So there is no chances of any recurrence.
Okay. I think we have another question. Someone has 18 into 17 umbilical endometriotic nodule. Has she does she need to go for a surgery? And what
Yes,
is this?
18.
What is umbilical endometriotic nodule?
Yes, so as I told you, right, that sometimes this inner lining of the uterus gets implanted in the umbilicus and it forms an umbilical endometriotic nodule. 18 to 17 is a good enough size to go for the surgery. Otherwise, she will
Okay.
continue having the pain and everything. So she needs to be treated with surgery.
Okay. Okay. And someone asked another question, specific question, that they had a 6 centimeter cyst 2 years back, and now that cyst is 8.5 centimeter. Will it reduce naturally, or should she be doing something else now?
Endometriotic cyst, I suppose it's an endometriotic chocolate
Yes.
cyst.
Yes. Yeah.
Uh, See, the size is already increasing. It is now 8.5 centimeter. Earlier, it was 6 centimeter. So for the
Yes.
endometriotic cyst, we say the 4 centimeters is the criteria. Any cyst
Okay.
more than 4 centimeter is less likely to, reduce on its own. It needs to be treated with surgically. And see what happens that in these cases, it is always better to do surgery at earliest. I'll explain you why. So we understood that phenomena that endometriotic cyst is a bad influence on the normal functioning ovary. So जब तक ये endometriotic cyst रहती है, ovaries के egg की quality, eggs के number कम होते रहते हैं. So like even after like जितना हम देर करते हैं इसको निकालने में उतनी तकलीफ रहती है और उसके बाद भी द नॉर्मल फंक्शनिंग ओवरीज की संख्या कम होती जाती है. So most of the female, I would like to take an opportunity to say that most of the females and are afraid of going for the surgery, fearing that अगर हम एंडोमेट्रियोटिक सिस्ट को रिमूव करते हैं तो नॉर्मल ओवरी को भी प्रॉब्लम हो जाता है. लेकिन सी इसकी सर्जरी कैसी करनी है और कहाँ पे करनी है ये बहुत जरूरी है. We do it in a minimal invasive way, that is with the laparoscopic method. In laparoscopy, we have a high definition camera. So in the surgery, we have a magnified view. So we see that this is the damaged endometriotic tissue and this is the normal ovarian tissue. So we just take out the damaged ovarian part, the chocolate cyst part only. जो बाकी की जो normal ovary रहती है उसको हम वहीं पे रख सकते हैं. So it's kind of a fertility preserving surgery. Only we are taking care of the damaged chocolate cyst. We are restoring the normal ovary. तो उनकी fertility भी सही रहती है. उनको recurrence का भी chance नहीं रहता है. Because we are getting a 10 to 15 times magnified view during our surgery. And it is done in a minimal invasive way. So what happens, there won't be any major scar over her abdomen. Mine, like 5 scars are only there. And she can get back to her normal routine in a week or so. We discharge her within the 24 hours only. And there is no bleeding, no pain after her surgery.
Okay. So this is so let's say for people who have the cyst that is above 4 centimeters, or let's say
Absolutely.
larger than 4 centimeters, they should go for like an advice from a gynecologist and just see what needs to be done.
Absolutely.
Okay. Do you think endometriosis can also affect fertility just like how we discussed about PCOD?
Definitely. So
Okay.
number one, endometriosis affects the quality of the eggs, as we understood. Number
Okay.
two, जहां जहां पे भी endometriosis के implants रहेंगे, all these things will have a fibrosis. So it will disturb the normal. This is the tubes, right? And this is the
Fallopian
ovary.
tubes. Yeah.
Yes. So this it
Hmm.
will affect the normal tubo-ovarian relationship. So
Hmm.
जब eggs release होता है, so tube needs to be beside the ovaries to catch the eggs. Endometriosis की वजह से tubo-ovarian relationship disturb हो जाता है. So when the egg is released, tubes are not there to catch them. And this
Hmm.
endometriotic implants are there over the uterus and everywhere. So it forms a hostile environment for the developing embryo. So we have so many studies and reports suggest that in endometriosis, there are more chances of abortion or infertility and so on. So if a lady is having endometriosis, it needs to have a proper treatment regarding that.
Okay. I think यहाँ पे किसी ने someone just asked a question, how to deal with the defecation issues when someone has endometriosis or the pain or the discomfort they experience after a sexual activity.
Yes, again, this is one of the common condition with the endometriosis. As I told you that endometriotic implants can affect any of your body region. So sometimes it is deposited over your intestines. That is a rectosigmoid colon. It is deposited
Okay.
on your food bag. So the person may have difficulty in passage of stool. Sometimes they may have bleeding through the stool while if she is having a major kind of endometriosis. Sometimes it is deposited onto the some of the ligaments. So when a woman is in the sexual activity with her partner, she will have extreme pain during this that kind of activity. So all those things again needs to be treated surgically. Then only she will get relief of this kind of pain and difficulty in defecation problem.
Okay. And as per you, what is the difference between ovarian cysts and endometriosis deposits?
Okay. See, ovarian cysts are occurring in this ovarian
In the
regions, okay, in the ovaries, and the endometriotic deposits may be on the outer surface of the uterus or onto the different parts of your body, like onto the colons or onto the scars of the abdomen or onto the navel, that is the umbilicus. So endometriotic implants may be anywhere. Ovarian cysts are mostly into the ovaries.
Okay, and ovarian cyst is also going to, so let's say if someone has ovarian cyst, would you recommend going for a surgery? And if yes, is there a size limit? Such like you said for endometriosis, there is a size limit of 4
4
centimeters,
centimeter.
right? So, what is the size limit for ovarian cyst?
Okay, so now again we are dealing with the ovarian cyst and it's a major topic itself, right?
Yeah.
So the ovarian cysts are very interesting thing. There are 25, 30 kinds of different kinds of cysts,
Yeah.
and it is very, very, very necessary to find out what kind of cyst the girl is having. As I told you that I'm a part of that International Ovarian Tumor Analysis Group. We have been trained in a proper manner to locate and to define the type of the cyst. Now I'll just go briefly about the types of the cyst. Number one, there are many, as I told you, there are 25 types, but mainly there are three types of the cyst. Number one is the hormonal cyst. Okay, hormonal cyst कैसी रहती है कि जैसे हर महीने पे महिला को एक अंडा बनता है, वो फूटता है और रिलीज होता है और पीरियड रहता है. कभी कभी कैसा रहता है कि ये जो अंडा बनता है वो रिलीज नहीं हो पाता है एंड इट गोज ऑन इंक्रीजिंग इन साइज. सो उसको नॉर्मल हार्मोनल सिस्ट कहते हैं. यूजुअली 3 सेंटीमीटर से सिस्ट माने सिस्ट इज द कलेक्शन ऑफ फ्लूइड. ओके, एंड इफ इट इज मोर देन 3 सेंटीमीटर वी टर्म इट एज अ सिस्ट. सॉरी.
Okay.
So जो hormonal cyst रहती है, sometimes it may be 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter, 5 centimeter, but we are not worried about the hormonal cyst. Okay. Even if it is up to 7 centimeters, we are okay. We can deal it with some medication. We can wait for the it to decrease in its in its size. But we have to be sure कि नहीं ये hormonal cyst ही है. So उसमें
Okay.
कोई problem नहीं है. So even if the cyst is for 7 centimeter, but it has to be a hormonal cyst, we are okay. If any cyst is more than 7 centimeter, then we have to go for the surgery. Now, the
Okay.
second type of cyst are the simple cyst. I'm saying it simple because it is not the cancerous one. Okay.
Okay.
और जो थर्ड टाइप की cyst रहती है वो कैंसरस cyst रहती है, कैंसर्स रहती है. मोस्टली जो यंग वुमेन्स और 20 to 40 इयर्स के बीच में जो वुमेन्स रहती है उनको ये सिंपल सिस्ट या फिर हार्मोनल सिस्ट होती है. सिंपल सिस्ट में एक रहती है सिस्ट एडिनोमा, एक रहता है डर्मोइड सिस्ट और तीसरा रहता है एंडोमेट्रियोटिक यानी कि चॉकलेट सिस्ट.
Okay.
Okay. So in chocolate cyst, we said that even if it is 4 centimeter also, we have to remove it. Sometimes
Okay.
chocolate cyst कैसी रहती है कि they are less than 4 centimeter, but there are multiple 2 to 3 centimeter cysts in one single ovary. So in that case also we have to go for the surgery. Dermoid cyst is an interesting cyst, right?
Okay.
It is not at all cancerous cyst or anything like that. It is
Okay.
usually occurs from the childhood, पर पहले थोड़ी छोटी छोटी रहती है. जैसे जैसे गर्ल्स की एज ज्यादा बढ़ती है वैसे वैसे वो बड़ी होती है. And it is very interesting, you know, it does not only have the fluids or fluids only, it does have sometimes the hair follicles, the teeth, the cartilage,
Oh,
bones. It would
okay.
have different kinds of these tissues also.
Okay.
So if a girl is having dermoid cyst, you understand its contents can be anything. It has to be removed. Disregard of its size, even if it is a 3 centimeter also, we have to remove it. And
Okay.
cysts की size भी बहुत vary करती है. Sometimes it is 3-4 centimeter also, and sometimes it is 30-35 centimeter also. It has a major range. So depending upon the
Yes.
type of cyst, we take a call whether it can be treated with a natural way or it needs to be excised surgically.
Okay. I think someone is asking a question. Is it possible to conceive while having multiple cysts on both the ovaries? I have got poly removed and left fallopian tubes correct.
Sorry, I didn't get it. What removed?
She's got her poly removed. I think she's saying she's got her
Polyp.
polycysts removed.
Yeah, I can see that. Yes. Okay. Both ovaries, I have got poly. I think the fallopian is corrected through. I think she means the polyp. That's the endometrial polyp. She underwent the hysteroscopy also.
Okay.
Yes, so if she has gone for the laparoscopy and poly removed means, I think sometimes what happens in some cases there are so many polycystic ovaries. So in
I
polycystic
think she's
ovaries,
saying
as we
polyps. I think she's saying she's got her polyps removed.
polyps removed, yes, yes. So yes, polyp is there inside the uterus. This side there is a small polyp is there, and so it is removed hysteroscopically. So
Okay.
there is a proper space inside her uterus for the baby to grow. And she's also mentioned, so that's a good thing. She has undergone that thing. Another thing she's mentioning that she has multiple cysts on ovaries. So I think
Yes.
she means about the polycystic ovaries. कभी कभी कैसा रहता है पीसीओएस के केसेस में एंड्रोजन लेवल बहुत ज्यादा हो जाता है. सो इन दैट टाइम व्हाट वी डू laparoscopically we burn that androgenic theca cells to reduce the androgen level. उसकी वजह से अंदर जो पूरा एनवायरमेंट रहता है it becomes more in female hormone like estrogen progesterone ज्यादा रहता है. So yeah, she can expect to get the pregnancy after this procedure. This is a very good procedure. It has a very good
Okay.
chance of conception. Yeah.
So I think, Sin, I really hope that that answers your question. Someone has asked, I have undergone hysteroscopy for polyp removal
Okay.
recently. What
Hmm.
precautions should I take now?
If the polyp is removed properly, right? If polyp is removed from its base and everything, she should be fine. There should not be any problem. To be on the safer side, she should go for a routine sonography to check after 6 months of her procedure. So we just be sure that there is no recurrence of the polyp.
Okay, okay, got it. I think I also received one question. I think someone said that Himanshi Singh mentioned that she's 23 years old. She has a large cyst, smaller than 1 centimeter and just 3 millimeters. Does she need to undergo a surgery?
Uh, she has a large cyst. So large
Yeah,
cyst
but
does not fit with the 1 centimeter. If she
exactly.
means, I think she means that she has a large cyst and it is decreasing less than 1 centimeter, something like that. So in case like
The
if she
question.
is having a large, okay, so if she is having a large cyst more than 7 centimeters, she should go for surgery. If it is a cyst less than 1 centimeter, then don't worry about that. It will cure on its own.
Okay, and what happens if the cyst is going to be left untreated? So let's say someone has a 7 centimeter cyst, right? And you say that it has to be surgically removed. What happens if it stays inside?
Okay, so now why I'm stressing upon the 7 centimeter as a size. 7 centimeters is a big cyst. You understand? It's almost of a size of an apple, right? So, hello.
Yeah, I can hear
Are
you.
you there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So what I was telling that 7 centimeters is a big size, like it's almost the size of an apple. So
Hmm.
suppose if we just keep that cyst, what will happen? It's not going to decrease on its own. If a cyst has reached up to the size of 7 centimeter, it is very less likely that it will decrease upon it. It's going to increase only. Slowly,
Okay.
gradually, what happens that because of its weight, it may go into the torsion, right? एंड इफ
Okay.
जो उसकी ब्लड उसका जो लिगामेंट्स होता है उसका पूरा रोटेशन होके उसमें टॉर्जन हो जाता है एंड इफ इट
Okay.
गोज अंडर द टॉर्जन the girl would have a very severe excruciating pain. it will
Okay.
it will be a medical emergency or slowly
Okay.
gradually all the blood supply will stop. So like for the 7 centimeter cyst we can just go through the surgery, we can just remove the cyst, we can conserve the ovary. लेकिन अगर उसको वैसे ही रखा है और टॉर्जन हो जाता है तो पूरी ओवरी
Hmm.
में ब्लड सप्लाई नहीं जाएगा, पूरा गैंग्रीनस पार्ट हो जाएगा एंड एट दैट टाइम वी हैव टू रिमूव द होल ओवरी इंस्टेड ऑफ सिस,
Oh
राइट?
yeah,
सो
that becomes a
लाइक
bigger problem.
that will be yes, right, that will be a problem in her future, right?
Understand. Understand. What are your thoughts on retroverted uterus? And can someone conceive if they have this condition?
See, retroverted uterus is something like, some people are right-handed people and some people are the left-handed people. So it is like that only. Mostly the uterus is anteverted. Anteverted means it has an angle towards the front side. Okay.
Okay.
And sometimes
Okay.
the uterus is retroverted, so it has an angle on the back side. So it
Backside.
doesn't
Okay.
matter. You have, yes, so it's a natural variation. You don't have to worry that your uterus is retroverted, you would have any problem in getting pregnancy.
Okay. And what is a hemorrhagic cyst?
Yes. So the hemorrhagic cyst comes under the hormonal kind of cyst.
Okay.
कभी कभी कैसे रहता है कि एज आई टोल्ड यू दैट एग बनता है लेकिन वो फूटता नहीं है, उसमें पानी इकट्ठा हो रहा है, सो इट विल स्लोली ग्रेजुअली इंक्रीज इन इट्स साइज. Sometimes what happens, some bleeding occurs inside that cyst and the whole content of it are the blood. So that's how we call it as an hemorrhagic cyst. Now this hemorrhagic cyst may give rise to pain to some women. Usually, if we take care of her, hello,
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
yeah, okay. So hemorrhagic cyst अगर 4 to 5 centimeter की रहती है, so we should not be worried about that. We just have to take care of her, and if sometimes we give her some contraceptive pills and she should be fine. Sometimes it may give a pain, and if it increases in size, like say more than 7 centimeters, so it may rupture and may lead to like that. But most of the time, hemorrhagic cyst can be reversed with the conservative management only.
Okay. So like surgery would be option number one for someone like who already has a hemorrhagic cyst going on.
If it is more than 7 centimeter, if it is less
If it
than
is
seven
more than seven,
centimeter, we can wait. Yes,
we
right.
can wait.
No
Okay.
need to go for
Okay.
surgery. Yes, right.
Okay. I think Neha
Yes,
has
ma'am.
a question. 2 months back, she got
Hmm.
diagnosed with PCOD and she was put on
Hmm.
inositol and OCPs. Since then, her
Hmm.
hair fall has increased to the next level. Is there any side effects of these medications? So I think inositol is not a medication, it's a supplement. And it's very unlikely that
Yes,
she's
ma'am.
experiencing hair fall because of inositol. But what do you have to say about the
Perfect.
OCPs?
What do I have to say about?
OCPs. So she has been put on OCPs for her
Yeah, yeah.
PCOD.
Yes. No, no. Ossipil also does not lead to hair loss. So the hair loss is because of her underlying disease process only, the hormonal thing. So I would say to her that continue taking the inositol and the ossipils. They are not causing you the hair loss, but the PCOD problem is causing you the hair loss. So after some time, you may need to get some treatment for the hair loss and some dietary modifications for that, but don't stop your inositols or the ossipils.
Okay. So I think her question is that her hair fall has increased after the medicine and her hair fall was not the same before she got on the pills.
I understand that. So it
Yeah.
is just the chance reaction. Her hair loss was to increase on that particular time. It is not, the hair loss has not increased because of the OC pills or the inositol, right? So
Okay.
hair loss is because of the PCOD disease process itself only. It's not related
Okay.
to starting these medications. It's just like, she has started and it has increased, but anyway, it was to increase.
Okay. Got it. Thank you so much. Pooja is asking if someone has endometriosis and they vomit on loop from morning to midnight in 10, 15, or 20 minutes continuously on the first day of periods, what needs to be done?
Okay, so sometimes what happens because of these hormonal fluctuations and everything, so she is having a high level of, she must be having high level of progesterones and like that, which may lead to her all this increased vomiting thing. So she needs to take care of her hormonal fluctuations. She needs to, I think you need to go to your gynecologist and get yourself checked for the hormone levels, and she should be treated accordingly with the hormonal pills.
Okay. Someone is asking they had a fibroid and they got it removed. They are planning to conceive, but they have not been successful for the last 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the question.
Uh, we have to see the age of the patient, what are the conditions of the ovaries. Uh, like, there are so many factors which come into matter when a couple is planning for the pregnancy. Fibroid is the one part, so it's good that they have removed it. So we have to take care of the other factors also, and like the husband semen analysis also needs to be done. And then we
Okay.
have to see if all other factors are good enough, then we should plan a proper treatment method for them.
Okay. Someone is asking metformin is helping a lot in maintaining the insulin levels. Should it be continued for years together?
Sorry, I didn't get it.
Metformin is helping them a lot in
Okay,
maintaining the insulin levels. Should
okay,
metformin
okay.
be continued for years together?
Yes, metformin usually does not have any side effects on any of the things, and it's a very good drug to control the insulin levels. But again, it's at the end of the day, it's a medicine. So if you try to eat some good food, proper dietary advice, and everything, and if you are able to maintain your insulin level naturally, it's the ideal method to go ahead. So
Right.
my
So
advice would be, yes.
there are so many, I would say, biohackers around the world who take
Okay,
metformin as
just like
supplement
that.
to anti-age. So like metformin is
Anti-age.
being
Wow.
used, yes, for anti-aging. So I think it is related to,
Wow.
balanced sugar, low inflammation. It doesn't affect your cell, and you are going to age slowly. I think that's the whole process behind it. But a lot of people in the world, like really good, authentic people, are using metformin as supplement, even when they don't have diabetes.
No, no, it should not be. That should not be a practice. You would also agree with me, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, of course, I would rather have something like Burberry chloride or milk thistle support my liver, and just sort of do it naturally with food as much as possible, or supplement.
Exactly, exactly. At the end of the day,
Okay.
it's a medicine. So it's a medicine
Yeah,
will not be,
it's a drug.
always not be a good, yeah, it's a drug. So why to take when you have natural things available at your disposal?
Right. Someone is asking, they have been managing their PCOS naturally. They have never taken the pill. Can they conceive? She gets her periods every month. She misses very rarely, and her cyst size is a small one.
I think she can definitely go for the natural conception. Her periods are good. Her cyst size is less than 1 centimeter. Uh, Now, again, I would say that there are in a period cycle there are only few days which are considered to be the good days for the pregnancy.
Right.
During those days, the eggs are released. So, for them, I would say that a simple practice would be to know those good days for her. Okay, then and be in contact on those good days, then there will be a good chances of pregnancy.
So let's say a woman
She
is going to
doesn't.
have four phases, right? Menstrual phase, follicular phase, ovulatory phase, luteal, and back to menstrual. So which is a good phase where there is going to be like a good chance of conceiving very quickly?
So suppose like ovulatory phase is the good chance. Like at that time the eggs is released. So how would a woman know that she is in that ovulatory
Ovulation.
phase? Yeah, simply like if consider any of the woman's cycle is around 28 to 30 days. Okay, so usually the 12 to 18th day are the ovulatory phase would happen. So I would always advise my patients who are just newly married or just 3 6 months and they are just trying for pregnancy without any major medical issue. I would just tell them just relax. First of all, you have to be, stress should not be there. Just relax and try to be in contact during 12 to 18 day on alternate days. Okay.
Okay.
More often than not, you should get result within 3 to 6 months. If you do not
Okay.
get the results being in proper active sexual life for 3 to 6 months, then you go and consult your fertility expert. Otherwise, there should not be any problem.
And why would you recommend alternate days? So like let's say 12 to 18 is the window. So why are we doing it on alternate days?
See, the number one, I would just say once the sperms are released, they remain active in the female genital tract for 48 hours. Okay. So if the intercourse has been done on the 12th day, then the sperms will remain in the female genital tract till the 14th day. So if there is
Okay.
an ovulation during the 12th, 13th, or 14th day, that sperms will take care of that. After
Okay.
2 days, after 48 hours, sperms will die. So I'll advise them to be in contact after 48 hours. So again, there will be new numbers of sperms to take care of the eggs during that time.
Okay, okay, helpful. I am Devika Singh is asking endometrial cyst or chocolate cyst, is surgery required for 3.7 centimeter? I think you would say no right now. It has to touch 4.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just, the again, for going for the surgery, cyst is the size of the cyst is not the only criteria.
Right, right, right.
Usually, the size criteria is 4 centimeter. Again, we have to see whether she is having extreme pain or not. Second thing, whether she's trying for pregnancy and she is not successful in that regard. And if she's trying for the pregnancy and if all other parameters are normal, so even that case 3.7 centimeter also we need to go. As I told you now, the endometriosis disturbs this tubo-ovarian relationship also, and it forms a whole that hostile environment for the pregnancy, so we have to take care of that hostile environment. So
Right.
it's again a individual decision
Okay,
before
understood. Okay.
telling just mentioning from the cyst size of 3.7 centimeter.
Okay, I think someone is saying that their endocyst is 28 millimeters. Gynecologist says no to the lapro required, but she's unable to conceive, also facing defecation issues because of the same. Her age is 36 years.
Now, this is the proper history, right? Number one, we
Yeah.
have the age of the patient. She's
Yeah.
36 years. Number
Yes.
two, she's not able to conceive. Number
Yes.
three, she is having an endocyst, though it's a small cyst, 2.8 centimeter. 28 mm is 2.8 centimeter.
28 mm. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
So 2.8 centimeter. Okay.
Yes.
So, so we have the three things with us. So all the three things are against the pregnancy. Like she's on the higher age, 36 age is a higher age.
Yes.
She has been trying naturally for some amount of time and she is having an endometriotic cyst. Before going for the lepro, I would say she need to check her AMH level, anti-Mullerian hormone level. So we get to know how is her fertility index. If the AMH level are good, right? Then we have to check husband's semen parameter, how the husband's reports are. If they are also good, then we have to check for the tubes, how the tubes are doing, and how is the inner lining of the endometrium. Okay, all these things needs to be done, and then we can say whether she will conceive naturally or not. So if we have to check the tubes and the inner lining of the uterus also, we can go for a simple procedure called as a hysterolaparoscopy. So it's a dual
Okay.
procedure in that we do check for the inner lining of the uterus. You know, inner lining of uterus is the ultimate place where the baby is going to implant. So it has to be proper, it has to be healthy. Then the tubes have to be functioning, tubes have to be open. That can be checked by this laparoscopy. And if the tubes are blocked, we can open it in the same sitting. And then finally, this endometriosis, although it is a 2.8 centimeter, we have to see whether there is tubo-ovarian relationships are normal or not. So all these things can be done via laparoscopically. Why I'm going for the hysterolaparoscopy in this case? Because she is 36 years old and she has been not able to conceive naturally. So she does not have that much time left, right? We have to
Right.
act very fast
Quickly.
in her case. Yes, right.
Understand. Absolutely. If you have time, I can take a few more questions, or if you
Yeah,
would
yeah,
like
I'm
to.
I'm all there. No,
Okay,
no,
so I
I'm
think
I'm all there.
someone is asking, they have white discharge problem. It's very regular. She feels it in the back pain. She feels like she has a back pain whenever it comes out. Whenever she starts to stand or walk, there is a white discharge.
Right. So this white discharge typically means she is having some vaginal infection. Okay. And she's also having the back pain. So this infection is also affecting her uterosacral ligaments. That's why she is having the back pain. Nothing to worry. She needs to consult her gynecologist. The gynecologist will examine, decide the type of infection, and will give her some medication that would take care of this white discharge and back pain both.
Okay, lovely. Simirti Inayat is asking, does PCOD and endometriosis cause general lethargy? She feels very low on energy all the time.
PCOD do cause the lethargy because of
Okay.
the, she is more on the obese side and thing. So she would feel the lethargy. And in endometriosis, she would have a very painful period. So there is no much energy left behind in her. So in a way, it would also cause some of the weakness or lethargy.
Okay. Okay. Roshni Dulani is asking, how necessary is it to take Luprodex injections after having an endometriotic cyst surgically removed? Does it have any side effects?
These Luprodex injections are very, actually they are good injections. What do they do? As we had discussed from the beginning, that the brain has the final control over the ovarian hormones.
Hypothalamic
So Luprodex
pituitary.
injection, yes, yes. So Luprodex injections is like that. It will shut down the ovarian function. So
Okay.
देखिए अगर आप एंडोमेट्रियोटिक सिस्ट की सर्जरी के लिए जा रहे हो तो हमारा पहला फोकस ये रहता है कि नंबर वन एम इज टू गेट रिड ऑफ द एंडोमेट्रोटिक सिस्ट टू गिव यू अ सिम्टम फ्री लाइफ राइट सेकेंड थिंग व्हाट वी वांट इज उसका रिकरेंस नहीं होना चाहिए सो फॉर दैट वी नीड टू टेक ऑल द माइक्रोस्कोपिक ऑल द छोटे छोटे भी एंडोमेट्रोटिक सिस्ट जो रहती हैं वो सभी भी हमें निकाल देनी चाहिए but in some cases what happens that endometriosis is quite widespread. It is not technically possible to remove all the endometriotic implants. So in those cases there are high chances कि surgery के बाद recurrence होने के chances रहते हैं. So in those cases we do give this Luprodex injection to shut down the ovarian function. Ovarian function बंद हो जाता है तो number one effect will be you would have your period for next three months or so, depending upon the dosage which you have given for the Luprodex. Apart from that, Luprodex is like we can give it maximum for 6 months, not more than that. Okay, because it does have very severe side effects. But if it is given for 3 to 6 months only, there should not be any side effect apart from absence of periods.
Okay, okay. And is this also going to affect her fertility in future, or is it just for the time period that she's taking the medication, and once the injections are over, she can get back into, like, conceiving if she wishes to?
Uh, it usually it should not affect her fertility, right? Usually there should not be any problem, but this Luprodex injection may give different effects to the different women. Usually, if you are given an injection, like suppose for 3.75 milligram का injection देते हैं, तो उसकी effect 1 month के लिए रहती है. After 1 month, sometimes some women may have the normal fertility. Sometimes some women do have its effect for another 2 to 3 months or so. So after 2 to 3 months, she should be fine. कभी कभी ये 11.25 milligram का भी injection दिया जाता है. So that is for 3 months. So it may
Okay.
have its latent effect for like another 2 or 3 months. But after that, she should be fine in regard to her fertility.
Okay. Ashna Khattar is asking, how does a cyst turn out to be tumorous, and how can someone prevent their reoccurrence?
Yes. So cyst is basically like हमें पता कैसे चलता है कि cyst है. So we do the sonography and we come to know कि ये cyst है. लेकिन कुछ जो cyst होती है वो जैसे मैंने बताया कि cancerous यानी कि tumorous cyst ही होती है. Okay, so it is not like that it has turned out to be a malignant or the tumorous one. It is the tumorous one from its beginning only.
Okay.
Slowly, gradually, we get to know about that it's a tumorous one, right?
Okay.
So we do have sonography. We do have some blood reports also, blood investigation also with us, so, to find out whether the cyst is a simple one or the tumorous one.
Okay.
By that we can get to know about that thing. And other thing she's asking about recurrence, right? So if the cyst is taken care properly, अगर पूरी cyst निकाल दी है, then there are less chances कि उसका recurrence होगा. But still we have to be careful. Okay, we have to do our follow-up sonography to find out the chances of recurrence.
Okay. Someone is asking, when should we do a pap smear test?
Yes, Pap smear is a wonderful test, and it can be done in any of the day when you are not having your periods. It can be day. It can be done for all the sexually active women. Okay, there is no age limit for that, and apart from your period days, you can go for the test on any of the days.
Okay. Can we get pregnant if premature ejaculation is done, like the discharge is there in the vagina before actual intercourse?
It can be done, yeah. Basically, the sperms has to reach the vaginal outlet. So before the intercourse, if the sperms are there, then she can expect to get the pregnancy.
Okay. Someone is asking, hi, I'm 30 years old. I have adenomyosis and PCOD. My doctor is suggesting me to conceive as soon as possible. Is it true?
Absolutely true.
Okay.
Three things.
Okay.
See, she is already 30 years. Okay.
Yes.
So जैसे जैसे आपकी एज बढ़ेगी, chances of pregnancy are decreasing. Second thing, PCOS means the chances of ovulation will be a little bit delayed, little bit irregular. And third thing, adenomyosis. Adenomyosis is kind of endometriosis. जिस endometriosis में endometriotic implant uterus के अंदर होते हैं, उसको हम adenomyosis कहते हैं. So again, this adenomyotic uterus is it's not a good environment for a pregnancy to grow. So if that lady is not thinking for pregnant to get the pregnancy at this moment, I would advise ki no, you should think for this thing because these things are going to get worse only. They are not going to reverse on its own. So it's better to start thinking about your pregnancy.
Okay, okay, okay. And so let's say, what about a woman who is not comfortable conceiving until she's 35? What would be your suggestion for her? Okay, for the next 5 years, I don't wish to conceive. So what should I do with the adenomyosis and the PCOD I have today?
Um, Try to so apart from the age issue, she's also already having this adenomyosis and PCOS thing. So number one, she has to have a normal, healthy lifestyle. Now we are dealing with two problems, the PCOS and the adenomyosis. PCOS के लिए she has to have a normal, healthy lifestyle. She has to reduce her weight, do the exercise, have the healthy food, decrease the stress, have the regular sleep-wake cycle. So these all are things for the PCOS. For the adenomyosis, there are no specific, dietary regime or anything like that, but uh, she may be benefited from the oral contraceptive pills. Sometimes we have seen that 3-6 months of oral contraceptive pills may reduce the aggression of the adenomyosis. It cannot reduce completely, but it can prevent from further aggravating.
Okay, okay, okay. Ashna is asking, if a cyst is left over time in the body, does that cyst turn out to be a tumor, or does a benign cyst remains benign?
But we don't know na, whether it's a benign one or the tumorous one.
Okay, okay. So it
So,
depends on where. So like,
yes,
so the question is, so let's say the cyst was not harming, and you know that that cyst is benign cyst. Okay, is there a possibility that the benign one can, over the years, 20, 30 years down the line, convert into something that's cancerous
that's what,
or a tumor?
yes, that's what I'm trying to say. You
Okay,
can be 100% sure whether it's a benign or a tumorous cyst only after its removal and when it is examined under the microscope. There are
right.
some there are sonographies are there, MRIs are there, blood investigations are there, but they have their, some sensitivity only. They are not 100% confident that नहीं ये benign है या फिर ये cancerous ही है. 100% कॉन्फिडेंस से तो आप माइक्रोस्कोपी यानी पैथोलॉजिकल एग्जामिनेशन के बाद भी कर सकते हो, कह सकते हो. So
Okay,
if a cyst is there and if it is more than 7 centimeter normal cyst or dermoid or endometriotic cyst of more than 4 centimeter, simple advice would be get it removed. Don't let it be there thinking that it's a benign cyst. It will not turn out to be malignant. We don't know. It may be a malignant one. At this time, it is smaller. There are not enough evidences to suggest it's a malignant one. So it's never a good idea to keep it inside if it is comes under the criteria of surgically removing.
so basically, you have to seek help and see if the surgery is required. If it is, you have to
Exactly,
take that step
exactly.
and get it removed, right? So even when it comes to the surgery, a lot of people have that mindset that okay, surgery करेंगे, कुछ problem होगी, recover होने में problem होगा, पता नहीं मेरी fertility को क्या होगा. So what would what is your message for the girls who might have to go through surgery? Like, what should they know? Like, the pros and cons of going through a surgery.
I'm so happy that you have brought this question. See,
Yeah.
अभी क्या रहता है कि number one, these cysts are mostly occurring in the young females on 20
Hmm.
to 30, 35 years or 40 years of age. So these females are either they are unmarried or they have not started their pregnancy or something like that. So और अभी तक क्या रहता है ये जो सर्जरी रहती है ओवेरियन सिस्ट की सर्जरी रहती है दे आर वेरी वेरी skillful surgeries. All the surgeons are not able to do this surgery. Mostly कैसा रहता है कि ovarian cyst है even if it is you see 7 centimeters is a big cyst but sometimes 15-20 centimeter की भी cyst रहती है. So most of the surgeons उनको पूरी ओवरी ही निकाल देने की एडवाइस देते हैं. And then again they are telling them to do it in a major surgical way. यानी कि abdomen में पूरा बड़ा incision आता है. So this incision is not cosmetically pleasing or good also for that particular lady. So I would say to all those girls and to their parents also that this is a major surgery, but we can do it in a minimal invasive way. What is that minimal invasive way? That we will not put any major incision on her abdomen. There will be minor scars only, just 5 mm, just like the size of your nails. Then we'll just remove the cyst only. हम आपकी ओवरी को रिस्टोर करेंगे, जो सिस्ट वाला पार्ट है वही निकालेंगे, एंड वी विल टेक केयर कि जो नॉर्मल ओवेरियन टिश्यू रहती है वो वहीं पे रहे, और इसमें ब्लीडिंग जरा भी नहीं होता है, पेन जरा भी नहीं होता है. एंड हियर वी call it as a 24-hour campaign, जिसमें like in the morning the surgery is being done, in the evening she is moving around, and on the next day she is going home, and she can resume her like next day say he she is not dependent on everyone. She can go to her washroom, she can have her food on her own, she can climb the stairs, and in a week or so she can resume her office work and all those things also. So like ovarian cyst में सर्जरी आप कहाँ किसके पास करवाते हो ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है. You have to have a proper surgeon and proper infrastructure to help you assist in this surgery. Yeah.
Understood. So I think the take home message is a lifestyle is a very good solution for most of the things out there. Sorry. So lifestyle is a very good solution for most of the things out there. बट काफी सारी कंडीशंस होती है. फॉर एग्जांपल आपकी ओवेरियन सिस्ट हो गया, आपकी एंडोमेट्रियोसिस हो गई, दैट कैन रियली बी हार्मफुल टू यू फॉर योर फ्यूचर कंसीविंग प्लान्स, फॉर योर फ्यूचर फैमिली प्लान्स एंड ऑल ऑफ दीज थिंग्स. सो इफ यू मस्ट अंडरगो अ सर्जरी to make the quality of your life better, to make your periods less painful, it's always advisable to visit someone, probably you, and just look into the fact that, okay, a surgery can be done in the least possible damage sort of a way, and you can really take care of the woman, and then at the same time she cannot go back to her old lifestyle. After the surgery, she needs to take care of her food, she needs to take care of her sleep, of her stress, and all of these things. So I think basically that is the take home message here. This has been a wonderful
So it's basically the combination of you and me both. There are certain some conditions. Exactly. So
yeah,
number one and most important thing is to take care of your food, and your normal healthy routine is the utmost thing. लेकिन कुछ कंडीशंस है उसमें सर्जरी करनी रहती है, पर अगर आप सर्जरी अच्छे से करवाते हो then should not be any sequelae to it. कोई long term complications नहीं रहता है.
And I would also like to say this, जैसे कि हम लोग काफी एंडोमेट्रियोसिस के क्लाइंट्स देखते हैं या फिर पीसीओडी देखते हैं, या फिर आई थिंक आई वुड रेकमेंड एंडोमेट्रियोसिस के लिए कि हम कितनी भी कोशिश करते हैं उसको फूड से ठीक करने की, इट इज अ वेरी पेनफुल प्रोसेस एंड वी डोंट नो whether or not that food is going to work. Like it is going to help us, let's say अगर किसी को पेन 8 out of 10 है, so that pain might be 6 out of 10, 6 out of 10, but that pain is still there and it can still really bother the person, and it can take 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. So it's so much better to visit someone, get it removed, and at least get rid of the pain and still take care of your lifestyle.
So then it's a continuous process, like?
Yeah.
So it's a continuous process. So you have to control with your food and diet and everything. Or I'll share with you कि हम
I can hear you.
Oh, sorry. So I will say that हम जो endometriosis के patient देखते हैं, उनमें जो अंदर जो यूट्रस रहता है, ovaries, tubes, all are clumped together, all are inflamed, they are attached with each other. So with this laparoscopy surgery, we can take them to their normal side, and we can simply lyse these all endometriotic implants, and believe me, patients will have a day and night difference in their period cycles. Like they would directly come from 8 to 2 on their pain score, and
100%.
if specifically if she's trying for pregnancy, then she will definitely have more chances. Like we call it that laparoscopy के बाद, laparoscopy is like कैसा रहता है कि आपकी पूरी जो सिस्टम है वो रिस्टोर हो जाती है, एज इफ लाइक आपका मोबाइल हैंग हो जाते हैं तो आप क्या करते हो, उसको स्विच ऑफ कर देते हो, तो स्विच ऑन करने के बाद इट स्टार्ट्स फंक्शनिंग वेल. सो लेप्रोस्कोपी इज लाइक दैट फॉर योर रिप्रोडक्टिव ऑर्गन्स. आपके सभी ऑर्गन्स मतलब यूट्रस, ट्यूब्स, ओवरीज में सभी जगह में जो जो प्रॉब्लम है वी कैन करेक्ट इट, एंड इन नेक्स्ट 6 to 8 months यू वुड बिलीव, पर जो कपल्स है जो नेचुरली ट्राई करने जाते हैं तो लेप्रोस्कोपी के बाद लगभग 70% कपल्स कैन कंसीव विदाउट एनी मेडिकेशंस, विदाउट एनी ट्रीटमेंट, जस्ट नेचुरली दे कैन अचीव द प्रेगनेंसी.
Absolutely, absolutely. I can 100% believe that because I see women in pain, so I know how bad it can get.
Bad it
And my
is.
only
Yes,
advice is please visit your doctor. You really need help. I can't help you with food.
absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Absolutely. Okay, so I think we should wrap this. It's almost one
More than
hour,
an
30
hour.
minutes. Yeah, but it's so lovely chatting with you. It's always my honor. I get to learn so much from you. So thank you so much for
No,
doing this with me. And
it's my
if
pleasure, Miss
anyone needs,
Ankita. It's my pleasure.
thank you so much. Thank you so much. If
See,
anyone needs to
I
contact,
sorry to interrupt. See, I see so many women in pain and everything. So many women going for, wrong treatment for years together and having a lot of pain, lot of problem. So I am on a, I don't like to see that. I would like to, जैसे cyst है उसके लिए major surgery हो गया, ovary पूरी remove कर दी. My heart aches for that. I feel अगर आप proper doctor और proper treatment करते हो तो your ovaries can be saved, your periods are smooth, you can get rid of your ovarian cyst and everything. So I would like to connect with more people, and you are the best person to deal with connecting these things. So
yeah.
it's my pleasure to be there, and I'm happy to be part of your this session.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a great evening. Thank you to everyone who joined this. I'm
Absolutely.
going to save this slide for later. And if anyone needs to stay in contact with you, I can just put your details in the caption
Sure,
when I upload.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, I do the
Take care.
teleconsultation also. I'll put my details also there so that people can get into touch with me via teleconsultation.
Can do
Okay,
that.
take
Thank you
care.
so much. Bye.
Bye.